Yes, the background's changed, my hair's changed, my YouTube channel has changed its name, but never fear, I have remained the same. So, welcome back to Pop Culture Recap, and yes, I did change my name because I don't think YouTube really understood the joke, and I don't think it was putting me through the algorithm that much. I don't think anyone else understood the joke that well either, so hey, I just changed myself to something more fitting and less controversial. But anyway, on with the news. First and most pressing issue today is that the Sonic the Hedgehog film actually listened to people and changed the design of Sonic, so now he looks less like some demonic anthropomorphic monkey and more like the actual video game character, which is much pleasant on all of our eyes. Honestly, like, they also changed the trailer as well. They didn't just stick the new one in. It looks like they've actually made some scripting changes as well. Like, they fixed the backstory, so the film actually looks good now. It's like 10 times better. It's almost unrecognizable as the first film. But there are still the people who are like going, oh, this shows that bullying people works, and that we'll just bully the producers into giving us what we wanted. No, we wouldn't have done this in the first place if they'd got the character right in the first place. They didn't. They made Sonic a monster. They deserve this. If they'd had it look like the character but made some slight changes, we wouldn't have been complaining. The problem was unrecognizable as Sonic the Hedgehog. And also the other point being, you're making a film off an established character, off an established franchise, which people know as looking a particular way. But regardless, it's good to see that someone's listening to fans for once, which makes a change. We might actually end up with a good video game movie for once, which would be astronomical. Next up on the agenda is that a new Netflix film, The Irishman, is in hot water because apparently Anna Paquin is in it, but only says about 2 lines, which shouldn't be newsworthy, to be honest, but because feminism, I guess, Anna Paquin has to have like half the lines in the film, even though it's a film not about her. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about the film. It obviously shows, but yeah, so the character doesn't have that many lines at all. That is probably the point. I can bet that the director didn't just make the film that way to annoy people. This is Martin Scorsese we're talking about. I mean, fair, we talked about him last week in a negative manner, but he still knows how to make films well, and that would be knowing how many lines of dialogue to give a character, especially a character who probably isn't important to the main film. Again, I might be talking out of my ass here, I don't know. But there are other characters in fiction who are important characters but don't say much. Samus Aran, for instance. I know I bang on about Metroid quite a lot on the channel, but for a reason. Samus Aran, in like 70% of the franchise of the Metroid games, does not speak a single word. She didn't even speak at all until the opening of the 3rd game, that was only an intro, and then talked in-game for like Metroid 4. And then Other M came about and then she didn't shut up, but anyway, we don't talk about Other M. And there are like, or Quiet, for instance, in Metal Gear 5, is a character that literally, for a story reason, cannot talk. But both of those characters are still strong in their own sense. They're still important characters. I mean, one's the main character of their franchise. They're still important. So just because a character doesn't have many lines doesn't mean they're any less important. Next up, apparently thousands of Johnny Depp fans want to sack Amber Heard from acting in Aquaman 2. Now we all know Amber Heard as being an actress in Aquaman, was a main character, would be pretty hard to replace her, or write her out of the show if you just left it as is. But no, apparently, because the Sonic trailer got fixed, now the negative side of that has come around, and people are now just demanding heaps of really stupid things like this, and just sacking an actress for what? Allegations. A admittedly pretty serious cause of her beating her husband, ex-husband Johnny Depp, which, if it's true, is a very good reason to sack her and write her out of the film. But the point is, in this country, in this world, we have innocent until proven guilty in most countries. As in, we don't judge them until we have the right evidence and trial them accordingly. We can't just take away stuff from people with allegations. That was the problem with the Me Too movement, and how heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of actors got sacked basically overnight for allegations. It's similar to our next story, which is along basically the exact same lines, which is apparently the internet has completely turned on Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum being one of the greatest actors of all time, famous for being in Jurassic Park, Independence Day, and Thor Ragnarok. But now, he's apparently voiced that he would work with controversial director Woody Allen again, and that's apparently enough to get heaps of slack on the internet, apparently. I don't know what this whole Woody Allen situation is about, but again, none of this is proven against Woody Allen. It's allegations again. So again, innocent until proven guilty. I mean, I don't recall any of Woody Allen's films. I don't know if he's done anything recently or not, but even so, you don't do any of that until he's actually charged. True, you don't just give him handouts now that these allegations are risen, but you don't immediately take off everything he knows and loves because of an allegation that might be proven false. And besides, this isn't even Woody Allen we're talking about, it's Jeff Goldblum, who's someone completely separate. The only reason he's in hot water isn't because he's said he would probably work with the director again. It isn't a definitely. It isn't a firmly believe that this guy is right, that he can't do anything wrong. He's just saying, I would probably work with him again. It's like getting it out of hand. Someone expresses slight backup towards this person, and then internet basically just turns on them immediately. It's just like everything we touch just corrupts itself, and anything loosely associated with that person also has to crumble. It's starting to get out of hand. I mean, this is an important point. Yes, the internet is a wonderful thing that can bring about some great change in conversation, such as fixing the Sonic trailer. But what it shouldn't be able to do is take away someone's life in an instant because of some allegations. This is what's happening. This isn't even because of some allegations. This is because of someone being loosely connected to someone who has unproved allegations. It's absurd. Anyway, on to some more lighter news, if there is any. And we got through a fair amount of this video without talking about Disney, but now here we go again, because Disney Plus has been released in the US, not here yet, otherwise I would have it, and apparently it crashed on the first day of being released, so good job. The other thing is that the TV shows Moon Knight and She-Hulk have found showrunners. The Moon Knight one I don't know or care about. I don't care about that show either, but the She-Hulk one is turning out good. My suggestions in my earlier episode might come true. The showrunner for She-Hulk has been chosen. It's the writer of the popular Rick and Morty episode, the pickle one, the one that no one shuts up about, who is a part of that fan group. But it's good. A comedy writer is in the helm, which means we just might get our fourth wall-breaking She-Hulk that we deserve. If we have a comedy director lined up, if we don't end up with this, I will be very, very annoyed. So, again, the ball is in your court, and Disney, keep this going. Smaller news, trailers, whatnot. Oh yes, the Doctor Who page, whatever, released a teaser about releasing something on a specific date, which is bold of them to assume anyone still even cares about Doctor Who at this point. At least Doctor Who on the TV. I have turned to the audiobooks to satisfy my new Doctor Who cravings, because they're at least written well. I won't get into the whole Doctor Who debate yet, because this isn't really the time and place at the moment. When it becomes more of an issue, like when the next season comes out, I can give my opinion on that, because oh boy do I have opinions on that. But I will wait and see if they actually fix the writing in the next series. But I guess something that also counts is the band My Chemical Romance is getting back together, reunioned. I mean, emos everywhere are clapping and cheering and with great joy. I mean, and then there's me, who's only heard one My Chemical Romance song in my entire life, so I'm just here watching everyone else have fun, I guess. But yeah, it's great. Just wake me up when there's like Oasis reunion, and I'll be up and celebrating. Anyway, that's all the news for this month. Apologies that it's like a couple of days late, but I have been quite busy, as you can probably see. But yeah, expect more content out in the future under my new name. Yes, I don't know how I'll quite do this, because all my other videos have my previous name, so that'll be a slight problem. But anyway, yes, I will whip that out. Until then.